I think.
Or do we
Yeah, we
do that
could
on
probably.
our own?
I think we each get our data, but then we share it all to one
Oh,
because
okay.
we have to use all the data for one for like making the test statistics and all of that information.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
But I
so
think
I will go grab my M&Ms real quick.
I don't
I
have mine yet, so
I don't either, so it's okay.
but we can write down what we have and then maybe uh, try and get the other ones by next Tuesday because I don't think the other collection things is due till next Saturday, right?
The next step is not due until next Saturday, or
Yeah, I think the collect the data is due next Saturday,
okay.
I believe.
So we don't have to be as a group doing our count. It's just something we have to do and report to each other, or report to
Yeah,
Walker.
yeah, report. Yeah, you can report to him or report to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
So
that would mean that
Walker.
Elena and I can do our parts with the means and stuff.
Okay. So when would we like to have that done?
Um,
The counting part by
counting.
this Saturday? Is that what would be preferred?
Um, I think the collect the data has to be there by Saturday or by next Saturday. So I guess we can.
This Saturday, upcoming Saturday?
The let me look at a calendar. The 21st, I believe.
Okay, that's following Saturday. Okay.
So maybe if we want to have
Um,
it that Tuesday before.
okay. Just so I can manage my time. I mean, it doesn't take long, but
No, but you wouldn't have to
um,
do it, and
yeah.
you don't have to be worried about
So
it.
right. So what is expected of us is just to open a bag of M&Ms and count them and figure out the colors. Do you want us to put it like in a quick little spreadsheet or just
No, I think for me, I guess Elena's not here, but I would just say just put. You can just like send an email and be like red 10,
okay,
blue
okay,
5, whatever it is. So just
okay,
put a number with the color.
okay. Easy enough. Easy enough, I should say.
Okay, so did you say we're going to do that on Tuesday?
I think report to each other on Tuesday.
Okay,
Would that
perfect.
work?
Yeah.
So you could I mean, you could write it down Tuesday if you want, but yeah. So, because I haven't gotten mine yet.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, sounds great. So should we just go ahead and do start with number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
Number.
So number 3 is
Uh,
ambitious intro to stats students wanted to conduct a survey among church members and ask them about their party affiliation and whether or not they were in favor of Proposition 8. They would like to see if there is an association between party affiliations and voting preference for Prop 8 with a level significance of 0.05. They conducted a random sample, and here is the data summary. Okay. State the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, so wouldn't the null be actually?
I
so
put the party affiliation and the voting preference are independent.
yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, because they just had kind of a one that you could put for any of them, and they just had like the row variable and the column variable. So just yeah, the party affiliation or the voting preference, like it says in the I don't know what you'd call that, the word problem.
Yeah, what did it say?
Yeah, I think
The
it says,
context. So do not forget the context when you're actually, setting it up, but they were just showing you the difference between how you generic and when there is the context in it. So
yeah.
So what did you say? The party and the what are independent?
voting preference?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, and then the alternative.
I just have the same thing, but it says that they're not.
Is that they are
They're not
independent.
independent.
So they're not independent.
Yeah,
Correct?
they're not independent.
Right.
Okay. And then my computer's about to die. But don't worry, I'm not leaving. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then it's
You're frozen.
says what other
What are the requirements for this test? Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, sorry.
Your screen's frozen there. Oh, that's better.
Okay. So,
Well, we don't have to do any calculations is what I understand. You just need to check if it's a simple random sample and if the
yeah,
count is greater than 5. Then it meets both those requirements.
yeah, if it's greater than or equal to 5, so, yeah. And then C is if they're met, so,
Yes. Did you
yeah.
just put yes? Or
Yeah, I just put
anything else?
yes, just, because you can see they say they conducted a random sample, and then you just look at the information, the counts are over 5,
Right.
or greater than
So
5.
would that each party is over 5, or
The each count.
Right.
so each of them have to be over 5?
Yeah. Yeah, so there can't be one that's like 4 or 4.99, whatever. And being specific.
Since we're doing categorical data, that's why you're saying count. Because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah, 'cause
particular
it's kinda,
category.
yeah, so it's kind of like if you were making tally marks for something and
Right. Right.
you're not like counting a dollar amount or something. You're kind of like, okay, this person said yes, this person said no. This person said yes, this person said no.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So for D, to set up the spreadsheet so we can figure out what chi-square is, that's what I'm assuming, right? Or do we just calculate that? Or do we figure that out by the spreadsheet?
We have to use the spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I was setting it up and I was trying to fiddle with it. So the first column would be population, just as it is it pretty much slam dunk just the way it is on the worksheet here?
Yeah, pretty much. I did. You know how they're saying like your first or your row variable and
Mm-hmm.
your column
Column.
variable are
Mm-hmm.
your headings there. So
Right.
your a party affiliation, and then your voting preference, and then your counts. So I did it in those columns.
Oh, you did it that way?
Mhm. So I
You put,
did. So I have like Republican and Democrat, and then I have like for or against the Prop 8, and I just put like F and A on mine because for some reason it wouldn't let me make it bigger,
yeah, that's
make more words.
okay.
And then I did counts. So
Okay,
just
so
like what we were doing the other
yes,
day.
yeah,
Yeah. Where a row equals, it thinks it equals one individual. So you're combining it so that it knows that it's more than one individual for each count.
correct. That's the part of doing a weighted case to
Yeah.
weighted cases, so it doesn't think it's one individual count, that it takes it as a group, a collective amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first header would be population, or would be
Um,
voting
I think the
preference. How did you do
population,
that?
it was saying people, I did party affiliation.
Party affiliation. Okay.
Uh-huh. Or just party.
So that was your first header, and then you put Republican 2 times,
Mm-hmm.
and then Democrat 2 times. Okay. And then, okay, so the next column would be voting preference,
Mm-hmm.
and then no Prop 8, yes Prop 8. I guess you could put it that way, I guess.
I put like for or
Um,
against. So,
did you?
yeah, so it'd be like F for favor and A for against.
Oh, okay.
That's just how I thought of it.
That's probably a lot easier. Okay. And then next one be the count.
Mm-hmm.
Count. Okay. Do we have to do the same thing and subtract the 50 from the 250?
No, because they didn't give us like a total. They just gave us directly, these are people in favor, these are people against.
Okay.
So, and I think that's what they're going to do always with this one, with the chi-squared test.
Okay. So Republican, there was 250 in favor, 50 not in favor, Democrat, 120, and then 80. Okay, so that's how we set it up. All right, let me disappear here for a moment. Did you do the variable view at all? You just did it all in data view, Victoria?
I have it all on data view.
Yeah, I think. I like the way it looks though when it has the headers, but okay, we'll just do it that way because it worked that way last time.
Oh, I think I got something different. That's weird. How did I do that? did I do that? Okay. I know I did things the same way. Now I gotta figure out what I just did.
So in cell 1, you just put party affiliation and you started it there? Or you didn't put any titles to your...
I didn't put titles on mine.
Just on your notes, right? You just did it for yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my computer was being really, really slow, and so I was trying to pull up SPSS, but it was being super slow. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna catch up really quick.
Oh, don't worry, we're not that far ahead of you. At least I'm not.
Yeah. No, mine messed up, so I have to go in here again.
Okay.
Why? Okay. I checked with the key, so I know how I had it right the first time. For some reason, it's not giving me the right value this time.
Okay, so where do I go at first? I'm trying to find it.
You just have your spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're gonna make it like the columns that they had in the book, where they had, they'll have the first variable and the second variable, and then your count. So the graph that they give you, you can say your first variable is your party affiliation, and your second can be the voting preference. So you'd be putting, in one column you'd be putting Republican or Democrat, and the other one you'd be putting for or against.
Okay.
Or in favor of Prop 8 or against.
So then would you have 4 columns?
4 rows and 3 columns.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So one that says party affiliation, one that says in favor, the other one says against, and then count?
Yeah. So you've got one column that it says Republican, Republican, Democrat, Democrat. And then another column would be for, against, and then your counts.
Okay, so I would put, so just like on row 1, would I put party affiliation in favor against count?
You'd just put in favor. So you'd have, because your row 1 is like an individual, so they're Republican, they're for it, and then the amount of people. So that'd be like the 250. So that'd be your count. But then your row 2 would be Republican, but the ones that are against it, and then your count, which would be like 50.
Okay.
Mindy, did you get your information yet?
No, I'm doing the crosstabs right now. I was reading over how to do it again. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out which variable goes where. So
Yeah.
location. Okay.
The
variable
first,
one.
yeah.
What?
I was just saying the first time I did it, I got it right and it was fine. And I just did
Mhm.
the same exact thing and it's giving me the wrong answer. So now I'm like, why?
Maybe there's one little detail that you're forgetting. Let me go through it and see maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you go
No.
ahead and finish it and I'll look at what mine's doing. Hmm.
Okay, so this might. I'm sorry, I was looking at it and for some reason I got mixed up. Um,
There we go. Okay,
okay, so
sorry.
on the first row, like going left to right,
Yeah.
I have party affiliation. Is that right?
Mhm.
And what would I have to the right of that?
To the right, you'd have
Uh-huh.
for or against Prop 8.
Okay, yeah, and then count after that, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, and then below party affiliation, what would I put? Wait.
That would be your column for the party affiliation. So you'd be putting whether that's Republican or Democrat.
Okay, so I don't know why that was so hard to grasp for me. Okay,
Sure.
there we
It's
go.
like as
Okay.
soon as like in your mind, it's all kind of like all over the place, and then as soon as like you actually get it in there and you see it, and it's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then in favor, there's two.
Are we supposed to check on clustered bar charts?
Um, I think they suggest it. We don't use it in this one,
Okay,
so
I won't do it.
And then the count is
All
just
right.
the total amount of them, correct?
your count is like the graph. So you're you know how you have where it's Republican in a column and it's like in favor of it in a row. So it's like 250. So this
Mm-hmm.
one's just putting it all in one row.
So it'd be 300.
No, you'd still be 250.
Okay, so I have my data now, and um, for the chi-square statistic, would it be 33.957?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are we rounding it off at all? Or I don't know.
I didn't because usually they do the 3.
Right.
Yeah. So
What is that little A there? Is that alpha? What is that on there?
I
Is that?
don't know.
Yeah.
I think they just want us to ignore it. So
Okay. There's a lot of things to ignore right now. The whatever these
right.
other terms are, Fisher's exact test and all that. I don't know. Anywho, okay, let's go on.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Walker? Are you all right?
Yeah. Can you, for some reason, I don't know why my brain can't wrap this around right now.
Okay.
Hard for me. Victoria was
Yeah,
helping
'cause I,
yesterday.
so on the first row, I have
Uh-huh.
party affiliation and then in favor, against, count. And then on below party affiliation, I have Republican and then Democrat. And then under in favor, I have 250 and then 120. Wait, hold on.
So
Yeah. And then against, I have 50 for Republicans and then 80 for Democrats.
yeah.
Is that right? And then what would I put under count?
The numbers are your counts.
Yeah. It's like you're taking you're doing hash marks or tabs of like, okay, one for this one for this one. You know, it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Same.
So what?
say, I'm sorry, Walker.
Could you
I thought
send me
you
a
said you
picture?
only had Republican and Democrat once, or just Republican and Democrat. Do you have it typed in twice for each affiliation?
No. So do
You
you want
don't.
to send me
Okay,
a
so the
picture?
first one,
Like, could you send me a
how do you do
picture on
that? I don't
your
know.
phone? Or just like take a picture on your phone and then send it to me?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, because it's like it's
I
hard
don't
to
know how to do
explain it
that.
when you can't see it.
Yeah. Let me get to my phone part.
And my phone's a cheapo phone, so or not a cheapo phone, but it's not a smartphone or anything. It can't really take good pictures.
Okay.
Okay.
But you should have a row for for and against. Not the same one, but there should be one for for, and one for against, and one for for, and one for against.
You like, oh, gotcha.
I just
And
sent
then
it to you. It helps.
then you can see it.
So the degrees of freedom, Olivia, I'm calling you my daughter's name, sorry. Victoria
That's
is
okay.
is 1. That's what I have it as.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do with confidence interval, there's no too complicated. It was explaining.
Yeah, you don't have to have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. So the p-value, the x squared, or chi-squared statistic. P-value.
It's just like a really small number, so
Yeah, where would the p-value, how do you identify that what the p-value is? Would be the
um
sig, right? And it's 0.
yeah. Yeah, it said before, like if you click on it,
Uh-huh.
it'll like highlight it, and you can like double click on it, and it can go through more numbers. But
Oh,
I wasn't getting it to do that; it was still 0.
yeah, I just
So
did that too. And it
I
tried
guess
to,
I guess you kind of just use that, and you know that that's smaller than the 0.05.
right.
So, but I'm not sure how they're gonna want it um in like the quiz or something. I'm trying to see here. Click. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, I see that. Okay. So when I double clicked, it now brings up this, and it's showing that the sig is 56343. So yeah, it's a really small number.
How did you get yours to show it?
I don't know.
Because every
I
time I
double
double
clicked
click,
it
it's
and it went
weird.
to it. Is that?
Every time I double click, it's weird.
Well,
Either
I double clicked it and then I was going around with my cursor with my mouse and it did like an arrow, red arrow thing on the outside of
yeah,
the chi-squared text.
yeah.
I don't know.
Let me see.
Now it went
Maybe,
away. I don't know what I did. It disappeared.
uh,
Oh, okay. I just clicked on the zeros under the sig like once, and then it brought up the yellow window.
yeah. Mine has the
Did it?
yellow window, but it still has 0000.
Oh,
Uh,
don't know.
yeah. And when I like double clicked on it, it's like you can type in it. And so I just
Hmm.
tried to
Yeah.
go like to the side, but it still wouldn't show it. I don't know.
Let's see.
I know when I first clicked on it.
Did you get my email? My picture?
Oh, did you
Well,
send it as an email?
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a text. Okay, I'll check my email right now.
Unless you already figured it out, I mean, it's fine.
No,
But I
I
did
didn't.
take a picture of my screen for you, and I emailed it.
Okay, I'm
I
just
put no, yes, no, yes. That's how I did it. But you can put for or against.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so rejecting the null. Let's see, what was the rule again? If the x-squared test statistic is large enough that the p-value is less than alpha, we will conclude that the observed counts and expected counts are different for the null. Hypothesis to be plausible. Okay, so what was our test statistic again? 33.957. Okay.
Are we on
That the
G?
p-value. What's that?
Are we on
I'm
G?
on G. I am. I don't know where everyone else is at.
Okay. I was just wondering. I don't know. So, we're
Well,
just comparing the p-value to the alpha, right?
yeah, which is what we always done in the past. Is it any different?
No, I don't think so. So, that would just, so it's small. So
Yes.
reject the null.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait. I feel like I'm missing something on this concept. Larger chi-square test statistic is, okay, then the smaller the p-value. Okay.
Small
But the
p-value.
x-squared chi-squared test statistic is large enough, then the p-value is less than alpha. So if it is large enough, that the p-value is less than alpha. Yes, it's less than alpha. Okay, yeah, same thing. So reject the null. What was that?
Still doesn't let me see anything. I can't get it to work. Hopefully I'll be able to find something.
There is sufficient evidence that,
And you just say your alternative, right?
yes. So is it insufficient?
No, it should be
Or,
sufficient. If you reject the null,
right.
it's
There is
like you're
sufficient evidence that
accepting the alternative.
that party affiliation and voting preference are not independent. Okay. How you doing there?
Mine is not. Okay, so I go to data and then weight class or weight
Yes.
cases.
Right.
And then mine says all variables in the working file or in variable sets in use are inappropriate for this dialog box.
I had that problem
Okay.
too. Hold on a second. You need to find your own clothes. Go into your drawer and get your own and stuff.
You don't want to do this. Oh,
But you could do it.
I can't do anything else.
What about the pajamas you wore last night? Sorry. Okay, I had the same problem where it will not accept the words you put in the cells. Is that what the problem you're having?
What was that?
Are you in data view or variable view, or are you in the
I'm in data view.
Do I need to wash my hands?
No, you don't. You're fine. I'm sorry. One more time.
I'm in
Get them in
data
class.
view.
You're just in the regular data, not in the extra tab. Okay.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Didn't we just like exit it out and then open up
Yeah.
SPSS again?
Yeah. For some reason, like it, even though you clear out that cell, it somehow has a memory of it, or it affects the way you try to reinsert something or insert something new. And then I don't know. We were trying to figure that out too, and we couldn't. So I just exit out it completely, exit it, and then just open a new one. That's what I did.
Okay. Okay.
William, you okay?
What do you eat?
Because Dad's making donuts
Oh, what?
for his class on Sunday.
Okay, so then do I put, okay, so let's see.
On the island. You see the whipped cream? Okay. Thank you, Mom.
And then click analyze descriptive statistics. Problems. Okay, then I go analyze descriptive test. No location. So would I move the parties into rows? And then for against
Um,
into column? Or the other way around?
you're doing
This you can do it either way, but there's like one part in the text that says you can do it either way, but how I've been doing is how they did it. They showed it. So I'm sorry, Victoria.
Oh.
Or you?
No, you got it.
I didn't
How
want
do
to talk.
you guys do it?
So the first column says, did you get the email that I sent you, the picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the first variable would be Republican, Republican, Democrat, Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then the next one is A or F for Prop 8, or however you want to put it. I put yes, no, but you can do however you want. F for Prop 8 or A for Prop 8, in favor or against, and then do that again for the Democrat. So it should be 4 times in that second column.
Okay. Okay, then the p-value is
Are you there now? Did you get your data?
so is the p-value the
Bless you.
value?
It's the chi-squared.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
So what value did you get?
I got I got 33.957.
Yes, that's what we both got too.
Oh. And then your rejectable, what were we saying? Is it failed to reject?
No, we reject. The p-value is really small.
Mm-hmm.
The 0.00. So on.
So is that
So, let me get my up. So,
I'm sorry, what was your question?
where did you guys find so the p-value is just Pearson chi-square or whatever it's called?
It's where it says sig.
Oh, okay. Exact sig or something. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
Sig is the same thing as the p-value.
yeah, you're looking under the Pearson chi-square. So your
Okay.
value is your test statistic. Your DF is your degrees of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And your asimp sig two-sided is your p-value.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, and then we say that they are not independent.
Yeah, so
Right.
there's sufficient evidence to say that they're not independent.
That's what I kind of hypothesized in my head. I'm like, there's probably affiliation with that.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was a big deal here in California with Prop 8. We did a lot of canvassing we're in our stakes, and everyone had signs in their yard, lawn, and we did a lot of community churches, and yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah. There's always stuff about it going that there was stuff going on out there with it. So
Okay. So are you guys ready for the quiz then? Since that was the last one.
Fine, I'm usually the last one, so it's kind of refreshing. Just kidding.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go hide here so I can bring it up.
Okay.
yeah, is it the same thing? Oh, never mind.
Oh, this time you have an independent. All right. How many questions are we up against today? We have 14 questions. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so number 3 says, for question 3 through 9, please use the following information. A public opinion poll surveyed a simple random sample, 100 voters. Respondents were classified by gender, female or male, and by voting preference, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. The results are presented here. There we go. In this set of questions, we will explore the research question. Do men's voting preferences differ significantly from women's voting preferences? Use a level of significance plus 0.5. Which set of hypotheses is appropriate for addressing the research question? We would say gender and voting preferences are independent and not independent, right?
Yeah, that's what I put.
So just the first choice.
Yes, first choice.
Yeah.
And then wouldn't number 4 just be the last one? The number of rows minus 1 times number of columns minus 1.
Yeah.
Number of rows minus 1 times the number of columns. Yeah. Multiplied. Yeah. Where is that? It's the third choice.
Yeah.
And
What is the correct
then,
choice for degrees of freedom for this problem?
so,
That when we start to do our spreadsheet.
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to open a new one.
so then with this, we would do, would you put Republican and Repub?
I'm going to organize it on my paper first to help myself. Okay. So, I'm sorry, go ahead. How are you?
You're doing it by Republican first, right?
Yeah,
I would
that's
do gender first. No?
I think you can do it either way, because
Yeah.
in this one it doesn't really matter. I'm
Okay.
doing gender first just because it said gender and voting, just
Mhm.
because the order that was it said it in.
okay. I'll do that.
But it shouldn't really matter.
Female, female, male,
Yeah.
male.
And the way you were doing it though would help, because you'd put Republican, Democrat, Independent. Oh, what am I trying to say? There's more of them, I guess. Does that make sense?
There's more columns or more data.
Like there's more things to choose from, so you'd be putting it 3 times, and then you'd know that you had to put female for 3 of them, and then male for 3 of them, instead of just being like, okay, well there's 3 females and 3 males, because you had looked at it already.
Okay.
I don't know if that made sense the way I'm explaining it.
Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Party affiliation, Republican. That.
So then in the first column, did you put female, female, then male, male?
I put 3 females, and then
Yeah.
3 males.
And 3
We're
male.
dealing with independent this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Independent party. Yes. Did you brush your teeth?
Okay. And then the next one we would have Republican.
No. Okay. Good night. I love you. Okay. I love you guys too. All right. I was talking to my son. Okay. Count. Let's see. 250. 350. 250. All right. So you have 3 columns, correct? When I have it as gender, party affiliation, and then the count. So how
Yeah.
you have it organized? All right. I had to write it out first before I could fill it in. It just
I
makes it easier.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I forgot to bring it. Oh, I forgot to bring it. No.
Okay, so so on the first column you had the parties, right?
Yes. No. First column I had gender. But you can do it how you can
Yeah,
organize
yeah,
it a
sorry,
different way.
sorry. Yeah, sorry, I meant gender. So you had on number, why am I not getting this?
I'm now going to weight cases. That's where I'm going to next.
Okay, so in the first row you put female, 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 and then male, male, male.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
And then after that you put Republican, Democrat, Independent.
Yes.
For each of the corresponding to the male or female one. So you have a female Republican, a female Democrat, female Independent, male Republican, male Democrat, and male Independent.
Olivia.
Yeah. Why is this so? I think it's because I see that chart right there, and so my mind gets set on that one, and I can't see it any other way.
Yeah. So
Navajo?
I'm trying to think.
Thank you. Thanks for picking out your own pajamas and doing it all by yourself tonight.
So then, what do you have in the second column? Like, what are the words you put?
I have the second column. I have the Republican, Democrat, and Independent.
So from left to right, you have it going Republican, Democrat, Independent.
No. I have as a column, so it's going Republican,
Oh.
Democrat, Independent, Republican, Democrat, Independent. So going down.
Okay.
Did you write it out for yourself on paper first?
No, because I just write it this. I would write it the same way that it's written in the quiz.
So if you
I
kind
had
of
to write
think,
it out to change changed it for myself mentally. So
uh, um, if you think of it as kind of, you leave the first, as looking at the table,
Mhm.
the table, the first column is gonna kind of be the same, but the rest of it, you're just turning on its side, so that Republican, Democrat, and Independent are there next. I don't know if that's gonna make any more sense or not. Or when you're looking at the table, uh, you're going down the column and to the right on the row, and then it has your number that corresponds to those two things. And in your table, you're doing it as a row, just one row. So like in your table, you go down and it's Republican, and females across and it's 250. That's the number that corresponds to those two variables. And then when you read it as a row, you're doing female Republican 250.
Okay, yeah, I think I have it. So then I would go to data, weight class. Ugh, inappropriate again. Okay. Data, weight class. Still saying inappropriate. Why? Okay, so I'm so
what part?
sorry.
It's fine. What part is it saying that when you're inputting the data in the cells?
Yeah, just when I'm trying to hit data and then weight class, keep saying inappropriate. So,
And you're on data view, right? You're not on variable view.
um,
You didn't like go
so,
in.
so I have. So in the first row, I have Republican, first column, so going up and down. I
Right.
have Republican, Democrat, Independent. And then on the next row or next column, first row left to right, I have female and male. And then below female corresponding with Republican, I put 250, then Democrat 300, and then Independent 50, and then for the male 200, 150, 50. Does that sound right?
Sounds right.
That's organized different than the way I did it, but maybe that would work.
How did you guys organize it?
The first variable column, I have female, 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 male, 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 and its gender. That's the header of that variable column. Second one is party affiliation. That would be Republican, Democratic, Independent that correspond with those three different female groups. And then Republican, Democratic, Independent again correspond with those three male groups. And then the third column, I have it as the count, is where you put your numbers. So if you go across, it's female, Republican, Democratic, 300. Female, Independent, 50. Male, Republican, 200. Male, Democrat, 150. And male, Independent, 50. That's how I did it.
So could you send another picture to my email?
Sure.
I don't know why this is so hard for me.
Don't worry about it. If I didn't fumble around with it yesterday with Victoria's help, I probably would be in the same situation.
Oh. I smelled something, and I was like, what? And then I realized something was in the oven.
Are you cooking something? Baking something?
My mom's baking cookies for her coworker tomorrow for Friday.
All right, I just sent it.
Okay.
Might not be 100% clear, but you can read it.
Okay.
Where's your frozen cup from today? Can you have that one? That's right there. Can you reach it? Okay. Right there on the side. There's water in there, Thomas. Yeah. Yay. Good job. Two. Okay. Oh yeah. Come on. Okay. God, you love the hair. Okay. I love you.
It looks like in the next one, they have the information already for us.
Good.
Where are you at? Are we ready to answer the first question or the next question?
Almost.
I was just looking ahead.
Oh, I thought you were both ahead of me with questions
Oh
answering.
no. Still catching up.
I'm on 5. I got 2. Did you get that, Victoria?
Yeah.
Okay. So Victoria, it says in that next question is the requirements met for the chi-squared. Is that answered in that little fine print below the chi-squared test where it says 0 cells have expected count less than 5, the minimum expected count is 40? That is our answer?
Uh, yeah, kind of. It's so our requirement is that none of the data is over or is under 5. And if you look at the
Right.
data, you can tell that it's under 5. And then if you're doing, so in the test, when it says
Mhm.
0 cells, it says 0 cells are less than 5. So, um, so it's saying you've met the requirements, I guess. So when you're looking at these ones, I would say the fourth one, because it,
Yes, or at least 5 expected counts. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there has to be at least 5 or more.
Mhm.
Okay, so for some reason mine's not working. Like this time it let me go to data and then weight class.
Uh-huh.
So I put the count into the frequency variable, and then I push OK, and then all it says is weight by my count, but it doesn't give me any.
I don't think it's supposed to give you anything else. I think it just tells you what you did, right?
Right. It doesn't. It just says that it just confirms that there's nothing's going to show up. There's no fireworks.
Like it won't. Does yours show what it did last time? Like that little chart, like the chi-squared test?
Not until you get to analyze and you go descriptive statistics and crosstabs. That's where you're going to get your little chart.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it tonight.
So right.
It was all in that basketball. The mental, physical energy was all there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now what do I go to again?
Just analyze,
Analyze. Yeah.
descriptive statistics,
Cross.
crosstabs. That's a new one for us. Crosstabs.
Okay. Statistics. Jeez. Continue. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And then did you get 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Are the requirements for this met? Yes. They're above 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it should be the one that says there are at least 5 expected counts.
Right.
In each cell.
Yeah.
What is the value of x squared test statistics for this problem? Round to 2 decimals. Geez, so it'd be 16.20.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I got.
And what is the p-value? That is 0.000.
When
But
I
it's saying
highlight,
around decimals.
yeah, when I highlighted over it, it showed me more of the numbers. And I put it into scientific notation. I don't know. I put it
I
in
have 0.
scientific notation one time and it said it was correct. So I don't know.
Okay.
How
I
did
have it
you?
as 0.000303. Is that what you guys have?
Um, yeah.
But I don't know.
I put like 3.03 e negative 4.
3.03 e negative 4. Okay.
But I don't
How did you see
How do
it
you do
go
the sentence?
further?
I double clicked on it, I think. Let me get back to it. Where did it go? Okay. So I like clicked on it and it went dark
Oh,
and then the
gotcha.
yellow square.
Pops up.
I don't know if
So
that's
you did 3.03 e to negative something.
yeah, I put negative 4 because the decimal would move over 4 places.
To the left.
So you've done that before and it's giving you the right answer?
I did on it was like that homework quiz and we had to put it in as the z-score and that's what came up as the probability. And so I just put it in exactly like that. I don't know if this case it would be the same. That's where I'm not sure. Because if we round it, then it would just be 0.
Right.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? Put 3.03?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Would it be the second choice? There's not enough evidence to suggest that gender and voting preferences are not independent.
I put the first one.
Because
Because we would reject the null.
right.
Yeah, okay.
The p-value is less than the alpha again, so. All right. So there is not enough evidence, right? The second choice?
No, the first one. There is
First one.
sufficient evidence to suggest
There
that
is
gender and
sufficient to
voting
reject the null.
preferences are not independent.
Right. Okay.
I think you always state things in your alternative hypothesis. So if you reject the null, then it's like you're accepting the alternative, so you're saying
Right.
it's sufficient. But if you fail to reject, then it's like you're accepting it, but you have to say there's insufficient evidence to suggest to support the alternative hypothesis.
Okay. Do we have one more data set to evaluate? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's
All right.
a file, so you can just open the file.
Oh, cool. Chiropractor dot save sab. You guys ever been to a chiropractor before?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I have two. I wouldn't mind one right now. My neck hurts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, it's all nicely organized for us. So I guess we just have to do the weighted case in the next step. Weight cases. Count. Okay. Then go to analyze, descriptive statistics, crosstab. All right. Blind. Okay, so for row, we put in reason,
Yeah.
and for column, we put location. Because count, we've already used that variable in the other part. So we check
Yeah.
chi-squared, continue. We don't need to put clustered bar charts, right? Not needed.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So we go down to this chi-square test. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So our p-value is 7 point. Oh, I'm just gonna write it all down.
So for 11, did you get 8?
Is that
Just a second.
degrees of
Yeah.
freedom?
Yeah, I got 8.
Okay.
Okay,
And
here a little bit.
then did you get 7.44 for 12?
Yep.
Perfect. And then with this one, we reject the null, right? No, fail to
You
reject.
failed to reject the null, yeah.
So it would be there is sufficient evidence to suggest that self-care is the best reason for visiting chiropractor.
Done.
You guys are ahead of me. But I have a question.
Okay.
How do you know it's a simple random sample? Are we just guessing, or because it says conditions for conducting, are the requirements met, basically? We know that all of them are greater than 5. That requirement is met, but does it say anywhere that it's a simple random sample?
I think because it doesn't tell us how they got the data, that we just have to assume that it's correct.
Okay.
Or that it's simple random sample.
And the degrees of freedom I have is 8. You said that. I heard that. Okay. That's the value of chi-squared test statistic. Is 7.44.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is the value of p-value from the problem? Okay. Let me see what my data says. 0.490.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, 14. So we're failing to reject the null.
Right.
So we say
there's value is greater than alpha.
Yeah. So I think we'd say the third one. There's insufficient evidence.
Yeah.
To suggest that the motivation to visit a chiropractor is not independent of the location.
All right. Let's go through our answers and then we'll submit it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with 3. Appropriate is the first one. Gender and voting preferences are independent and preferences are non-independent. That's how you set it up.
Yeah.
First choice. Okay. Number 4, it's the third choice.
Yeah.
Multiplying. Okay. Fifth question. The degrees of freedom is 2.
Mhm.
And number 6, the choice is the fourth one.
Yeah.
7 is 16.20.
Yeah.
8 is 3.03 e to the negative 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get 3.030 e negative 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 9, there is sufficient evidence to suggest that gender and voting preferences are not independent.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10, the conditions are for conducting are true.
Mhm.
What is the correct choice for degrees of freedom? 8. 12, 7.44. 13 is 0.490. 14 is the third choice.
Yep. Shall we submit it then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, did it.
Woo.
All right, woohoo!
Yeah.
Virtual high five.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get there. All right. Okay. Got one waking up. Have a good day, guys.
Bye.
All right, thanks. You too. Talk to you